Alright, what's my funny bunny rabbit corpse man? No, not that one. No, not that one. Or that one. Or that one. Does that one even count? No, I'm talking about this one. Burntrap. You read the title, and I'm gonna be personal and emotional here because this fucking crispy rabbit man has caused so many issues by his lack of existing in ruin. To begin with, what is this crispy rabbit man? The form Glitchtrap chose to come back to in Security Breach. What is Glitchtrap? Good question. No answer is ever really given. While most of the fandom, including myself, thinks or thought he was Mimic 1, having taken the form of Afton after being put in the VR game, there's not really much evidence for it in the game. Like, maybe the books straight up have Mimic 1 take the form of a funny glitchy rabbit, but I wouldn't know. And we know that VR game eventually released thanks to Nightmare Beyond's coming from that old headset game, thanks Cassie. Like I was saying, Mimic 1, something that if you only play the games has no real indication of existing, took on the form of our good old purple guy. Then we play Princess Quest and destroy Glitchtrap, and Mimic is back to being just an endo. However, while I was writing a different video, the Youth Troop came out with a great video of him and some of his friends talking about how the entity is very much Glitchtrap, which brings me to the main point here. Why the heck isn't this burned motherfucker crispy ass rabbit in ruin? We can visit his boss room and it's the main indication that his ending just didn't happen. So what the heck is he? Did Tango take him? I mean, maybe, but the vents that Tango comes through is sealed up. So that didn't happen. Is he Mimic? I mean, I guess he could be, but not much in the game points to it other than like a single hand. But you also gotta remember that this Mimic Endo is just a random thrown together piece of parts. It wouldn't be out of the question to assume that if the Burntrap boss fight happened in any way, which it didn't, and Burntrap was just kind of thrown to the side or something, he would have gathered that hand so he could keep rebuilding himself. Because, you know, he's just thrown together parts of assets with the excuse that he keeps rebuilding himself, so him just taking the arm doesn't really come out of nowhere. And like I said, you know, the books could be saying it, but I shouldn't have to read the books to understand the games because that is objectively bad writing. And maybe Help Wanted 2 will explain this all, but Help Wanted 2 isn't Security Breach Ruin, and it isn't out yet. Heck, my take on Help Wanted 2 is that it's a Help Wanted 2. It's another in-universe VR game. It probably won't star Cassie's dad or anything, it will just be another in-universe VR game. I keep getting sidetracked here. Back on topic. Funny burned rabbit man is maybe Mimic, but I kinda doubt it now. So this brings me back to my ultimate question. Where is Burntrap? He should be here. His boss room is. There's no way Tangle broke into this room and with it still sealed. And heck, we see the massive tunnels it makes in ruin. So taking Afton sneakily while leaving nothing behind is not his MO. Mimic Trap has very little game evidence to it. And it seems like Glitchtrap is stuck in the AR world now, instead of going into the suit. Or maybe he left the suit or something, I don't know, but that ending never fucking happened. There are only two real explanations given the evidence we have, all the game is telling us. Mimic Trap is true, but Mimic 1 and the Mimic Endo are separated at some point, and given it's supposed to be a hive mind, I would not trust that. Or, the more likely answer, Burntrap just doesn't fucking matter. Something to remember about this DLC is how much it is willing to change and ignore for fan service. Eclipse shouldn't be able to exist given what we know about him from the books. Roxy has a sudden snap out of her aggression, which is really dumb because it showed the aggression might have been something Glitchtrap didn't do, or even with him gone, his influence still forcing the aggression out of the bots. Mimic is brought in with no explanation, showing they expected us to already know about it, which, you know, bad writing and all. And so on and so on, so this might just be another part of that. Fans like Glitchy, but didn't like Burn Rabbit Band down there. So they removed him and brought back Glitchy, only to give a real reason why he won't be around anymore. You know, with turning off the AR thing so he's stuck in that box forever. Well done, purple guy, you and the man behind the slaughter got stuck in a fucking box. Guys, I think I figured out what the FNAF 4 chest is. Ultimately, that is what I think is going on here. Vanny set up room for Burntrap, likely expecting that it would be one of his special delivery suits but modified, and then it never happened. Gregory then showed up, and like the whole Security Breach and then Ruin happened because Security Breach ends with Princess Quest and not Burntrap. I've already been over this before. If you believe Burntrap happened, go watch that previous video because there is literally no way that can happen. So, Burntrap just isn't important. He doesn't matter, ultimately. Because of that ending's weird canonicity, they probably could just say Burntrap didn't happen. Because what would they be retconning? A non-canon ending and the code of a port they didn't develop. That's really it. Things like the soundtrack saying true ending don't matter because it shows up for multiple things, it's like, it's confusing. Or who knows, maybe the argument of Cassidy and Glitchtrap being in thousands of phones and arcades will be right. And it turns out thousands, if not millions of people will have Glitchtrap on their phones, and the final boss will have Cassidy merge with Cassidy through the mask, or Mimic merges with a 20-foot after agony amalgam. Will it be destroyed by throwing Prototype at it? Meanwhile, Gregory kills off the entity by throwing Vanessa at it. But in all seriousness, what's my take on the Mimic? Using wiki information because I cannot afford the books or even find the time to read them, and I will not pirate them. It appears the story is Fazbear Entertainment come back, because they always come back, use circuit boards to build up the process, Glitchtrap enters in some way, maybe Mimic, maybe the actual Afton. Come security breach, Glitchtrap has managed to take on the animatronics when they become more aggressive. Gregory and Vanessa get taken over and end up being the only ones who can play the game, see my previous video for that. Somebody frees Gregory somehow, Gregory then destroys the old bots, takes on Vanny, frees Vanessa from her, Tangle escapes, destroys the Pizzaplex, Glitchtrap gets stuck in the Mexi security system, the Mimic, the Endo, manages to call out to Cassie, Cassie shuts down the security by doing things like turning off pizza and golf clubs, turns off Mexis, and Glitchtrap is lost now inside of the network. Cassie freeing the Mimic, nobody shuts the damn door, I show with Roxy teleporting into the room. Cassie escapes, likely turn on the elevator and gets thrown down. We could teleport to 2, which will probably just be another in-universe game. Likely using Mimic 1 to speed up its development, and maybe what happened with the first Help Wanted. And then we'll have another game after that, and so on and so on. It's a goddamn mess. Since Glitchtrap is up on the air on whether he's after a Mimic 1, since we never had a definitive answer, you can't really get a cohesive story out of this without making a retcon or two, or just making assumptions, and having to boldly go, yes, this is it. When realistically, Glitchtrap was never actually proven to be Mimic 1. From what I've seen in the games, there's just no evidence for Mimic 1 even existing. And I haven't read the books, and I don't fucking know if it's the same thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But for Burntrap, I just don't think he exists anymore. And I don't want to say that, because he was going to be in security breach from the beginning, but his final boss fight ended up with him looking like he's going to disassemble himself by walking too fast. God, this has been a messy video. It's going to be a mess to edit, It's just, yeah. I know I threw in some salt in there, but ultimately this video wasn't as scripted as some of my other ones were. I just wanted to get it out there that I just don't think Burntrap means anything anymore. I don't think he's canon in any way anymore, otherwise they could do the same thing they did with Nightmare On and bring him into Help Wanted 2. A very likely just another VR game because it's called Help Wanted 2 and not Ruin 2. But until next time, who knows what the hell this damn crispy rabbit punny man purple guy reincarnation looking ass motherfucker is. Maybe he's pure agony. That's it. Pure agony has taken on the skeleton and he can do voodoo shit. Until next time, take care. Bye!